Marima Guy hot tea medicine can cure all these problems.
Yeah. I live in Kola, this medicine have gone well for me from Monday to this morning, making it 1 week. The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take that with cool water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fire. I take that.
And we have spoken about this on so many occasions.
She was not working good.
The Commission on Higher Education.
Gave me testimony.
All right.
So they medicine. And that's when we were supposed to play with.
As we use a sweeping evaluation.
She was not talking. But they did testimony. People see what I want to do. Every time people going to come here for the medicine. So they medicine, but they're doing well.
Some universities
she was not working.
that are operating illegally
she was not coming outside, but now she got
in the country.
Going in the bathroom, she paid for sex. She was not ever asking people.
I want to give it a bag and it's going to get a go out. The baby call a bag. Okay. Now, I said, you see that for the way you
I was open for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Koya about the medicine from Senga, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listen to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, got the first, second this medicine. So what kinds of segment you are suffering from? Our foot problem. Yes, my foot problem. Okay. How long that one?
School fee, I had no school fee to pay. I school fee, my children, my dog, yes, about all the present my daughter in that. Yes. Do you job we are with you? My child go to school. I'm going to pay you now. Free education. Yes, I'm going to job here. Mother has started grade. Mother has started grade, send my child to school. But for the time mother has started grade, send my child to school. They put my mother to the started grade, so my child go to school. Yes. And the priest of men are there. He lied to us. He let us pay. More about money every day. More about money. My priest of men are but who the priest are not doing nothing for us. Mother is going to be working. And the person who is going to be there. Nothing will not get it. Who can work again to cover? Yeah.
So no buying right now.
No buying. Yes. No person for money. Yes. And we are there. I was taking pay. What's that pay? Former soldier. Soldier. My father went for work. My father died. My father joined the army. Nothing someone there now. My father joined the army. He went for work. He came back. The woman has not given $5. So we are going on. He must be young. So we are to pay me. I'm a beneficiary. So we are to get my one paper there with my money. And it's to put my paper down. But some workers say power. $5 I receive. Workers say let me buy it and not take it. They take buy it and not take it. Workers say you not get $5 to Willow. After later Willow has not taken $5. Workers can't pay off. You can't pay off. And today, as a physician, cannot have my feeling for nobody. Yes, I'm fucking physician. I voted for George Mane we are. Moses has covered grade. George Mane we are. Moses has covered grade. Yeah. Get the election. But not for Waka. Because you are here to for peace. Now what Waka, they want to get the election to Waka. Waka can't clear up. My children were in school, but send them for me get it. My father living children they were in school now. So send them to school. I can't afford. Why? You got no money. the school. You can't leave by it. I said the bottle of it. Valentine. Leave by it. My children are going to school. Our school fee, I had no school fee to pay. Pay school fee, my children pay $1. Yes, about all the present man saying that. Yes, children, we are with you. My children go to school. I'm going to bring them free education. Yes, I'm going to join you. What is going grade? What is going to send my child to school? But for the time, what is going to send my child to school? They put them on the left, so my child go to school. Yes. And the priest of men are there. He lied to us. He let us go. What about money? Other day. What about money?
Area roads. Liberia is investing in road networks and port infrastructure to support the seamless movement of goods and services across borders. The President informed the bank that these actions reflect Liberia's determination to play an active role in the regional and continental value chain. Liberia has also identified several priority sectors for strategic investment. Agriculture, where we seek to scale productivity, increase food security, and promote agribusinesses. Ports and logistics, where efforts are underway to modernize the free port of Monrovia and other key gateways to improve competitiveness and trade efficiency. Energy, where we are expanding access to affordable and reliable electricity to support economic diversification and industrial development. Digital economy, where we are investing in infrastructure and human capital to enable innovation and position Liberia as a destination for technology-driven enterprise. The President also informed the bank that Liberia is working in close coordination with ECOWAS and the Monrovia Union to harmonize policy, reduce trade barriers, and enhance competitiveness. At the same time, the Liberian leader also extended warm congratulations to His Excellency Julius Malabio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, on his election as chair of the Authority of Heads of States and Government of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The election of President Bio took place during the 67th ordinary reception of ECOWAS Authority held in Abuja, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In his congratulatory message, President Bouaka hailed the selection of President Bio as a testament to his steadfast leadership, dedication to democratic governance, and commitment to the collective progress of the West African sub-region. The government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Public Works, and the Swedish government have officially launched the construction of 195 kilometers of village access roads in Bond County, Lofa County, and Nima County. The ceremony was held at the Cotton University in Bond County, assembling an array of high-ranking officials of government and donor partners, including the Superintendent of Bond County, Superintendent of Lofa and Nima, Senator Prince Moy of Bond County, as well as representatives from the Swedish International Development Agency and the Swedish Embassy accredited in Monrovia. The project is being financed through the Liberia Swedish Assets-Driven Rural Development Project, which was involved out of a $5 million grant from the Swedish government. The project is expected to run for 24 months, from July 2024 to June 2026. The breakdown of the 195 kilometers of village access road in Bond Lofa, and Nima counties are as follows: 60 kilometers of village asset rule for Bunk in Zota, Panta, Swakoko, Yakole, Chokole, and Sarada districts. 45 kilometers for Lofa, Izozo, Vonjama, Kolabon, and Foya. 90 kilometers for Nima, Imbika, Do, Sanikulima, Belege, Zobao, and Ball districts. The Rural Renewable Energy Agency is also reporting that the planting of high quality solar lights, street lights in several cities across rural Liberia. This is good news for our country that access to energy, electricity is becoming a reality for our people. Just last day before I take my seat, we have heard criticism from two individuals against the government, one from the former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, Mr. Justice Janet. We heard how he went out his annual outburst against the government, that he's frustrated and that he regrets ever supporting the election of President Joseph Boakai. We also listened to the former peace ambassador and Nobel laureate. We listened to a very imbalanced, unrealistic comparison of this government to that of the real government vis-a-vis the Senate administration. As government, we continue to encourage citizens to make use of the free press, the fundamental right to express yourself. But we have to be mindful of how we say things. And the reason why I want to be mindful because the sole intention of the government is to move the country forward and not to be drawing the attention of officials of government or government's entities into fruitless arguments. We have to say this because we think the reputation of the government, the credential of the government is being questioned. And I thought to say to the former Associate Justice that he's wrong. He's wrong. I do not believe that voting for President Boakai was ever a mistake. And there are thousands, if not millions of Liberians who will agree with me that the reality on the ground showed that voting for President Boakai was never a mistake. Apparently, the former Associate Justice had a more ulterior motive that not being realized, and so he frustrated. But in earnestness, Liberians who voted for President Boakai would hope that he will transform the governance and the democratic trajectory of the country. They are seeing the reality. They are seeing the reality. And that can be seen through the government ability to deliver on the definition of democracy. So maybe the former Associate Justice is disappointed on a personal note, which is his right. He reserves the right to be disappointed. But Liberia as a country is not regretting. Because let us not forget.
You said 7 years, right? 7 years. Okay, thank you. You are welcome. I'm well now.
Okay. Rush down and buy this medicine, Mary Maga Hot Tea, for small money. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 dollars. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361, and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. So rush now and you will live happily. The people that used to sell the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County. Yes. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with are going to be cured. This medicine they call Mary Maga Hot Tea can take away or cure all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine can cure are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Mary Maga Hot Tea can solve it. The sexual weakness, you can't do your homework, or you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework. Your woman tells you say bad living man, sexual weakness. In both men and women, they Mary Maga Hot Tea, they can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Mary Maga Hot Tea can solve it, they can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach burning, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Mary Maga Hot Tea can solve it. They can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Mary Maga Hot Tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Galiman. I live in Kolahu, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have gone well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take bath with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fire. I take bath with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also, even my outside have not been too clear, but it makes now I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also, as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very active. As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it well perfect.
You must have a team that will do regular inspection, that makes sure that people are in compliance, extensive research, planning, development, looking at these institutions that they are operating, reviewing the licenses. Some of the schools that you shut down, you suspended, that you claim operated illegally. What happens to their degrees that they give out to people? That people went on, they have put up graduates. Some of the university you don't even hear about them, but they are putting up graduates.
D'abord, ma boss we
our delegate and the new category. The baby call about ya bakara. Okay.
na sali ni sila ko yo. Kaya na hangin ni ko ruwa ha. Na ko kaya na mama. Kaya na mama. Wala kan tisa na wema. Mama kaya na. Mama ka sabe. Mama ubarika.
When I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the menacing from buying this menacing. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, in menacing, that go menacing, that ain't make me to be alive today, got the first, second this menacing.
So what kinds of sickness you suffer from?
Our food problem. Oh yes, my food problem.
How long that was hamburger you? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marie Maga Hot Tea, for small money. The Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 $11. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Montserrat County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marie Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie Maga Hot Tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 591, 0770 913361, and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. So rush now and you will live happily. The people are into selling Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settle down in Montserrat County. They Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine and how cool it is. Finally, the people now settle down in Montserrat County here. In Montserrat County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marie Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie Maga Hot Tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with, gonna be cured. This medicine they call Marie Maga Hot Tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that the Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marie Maga Hot Tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework, you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework, go. Yeah, woman tells you, you say by leaning sexual weakness in both men and women. They Marie Maga Hot Tea, they can kill it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. The Marie Maga Hot Tea can solve it, it can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach burning, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marie Maga Hot Tea can solve it, it can cure it. rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain of your back, my back hurting, pain in my back, Marie hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Marie hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marie hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marie hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Galima. I live in Kolahu, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. The first of all, staff have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take bath with cold water, but this medicine, the way I sweat, the heat coming on fine. I take bath with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also, even my eyesight have not been too clear, but it makes now I can see a distance, very clear, and also. As a man, it made me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go stay and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active. As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it well, perfect.
Talk about the flagship universities in top universities in the country, including the University of Liberia, College of University, the African Methodist Episcopal University, the ABU, the African Bible College University, Tubman University.
All right. There
are other institutions also operating.
Okay.
But we need to know some of these things. He emphasized that there was illegal.
I was going to give it the bag and then give it to the baby.
I was suffering for 7 years, moving up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Koya about the medicine from Sarah, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listen to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, God, the first, second, this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you were suffering from?
Our food problem. Yes, my food problem.
How long I'm working you? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush down and buy this medicine, Marie hot tea, for small money. The Marie hot tea medicine is sold for $350 dollars. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Montserrat County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Belu, tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office there, the Marie hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie hot tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361, and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Marie hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. So rush now and you will live happily.
Nobody to represent properly. Just find somebody else.
The people that used to sell the Marie hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Montserrat County. They Marie hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Marie hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been given testimony about the Marie hot tea medicine and how cool it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Montserrat County. Yeah, in Monserrado County here, Morovia, Liberia.
Then also,
People, when you go
you follow
to
the list.
Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bindu, tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marimaga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marimaga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's more money. The whole week, 7 days dose, it's just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with, gonna be cured. This medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that they Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mama stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can solve it. The sexual weakness, you can't do your homework or you come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework, go. The woman tells you say by limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women, they Marimaga hot tea, they can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Marimaga hot tea can solve it, it can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marimaga hot tea can solve it, it can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain, every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back, Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Marimaga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marimaga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Jalema.
Okay.
I live in Kolahu, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. The first of all, Taco have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years, I don't take my cool water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat the heat coming on fire. I take my cool water, and I'm fine in the body. And also, even my outside have not been too clear. But a bit now, I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also, as a man, it made me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave it in the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active. As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it very perfect.
Money into it. So you have vested interest while you serve in government. You use your position because you know that even when the inspector comes, when they say, oh, that is not Senator Gala school, you move for that. And the representative got in school, move for that. So when you go to the Ministry of Education, you acquire your lesson, some vocational school. I would see the connect. They were making some clarity, publishing it. In compliance.
Then I gave it the bag and the new category. So I call about okay.
Now I studied in the for away you. Cannot hang
I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Koya about the medicine from Sanga, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listen to me, this medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today. God, the first, second, this medicine.
So what kind of sickness you suffer from?
Foot problem. Oh, yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marimaga hot tea, for small money. The Marimaga hot tea medicine is sold for $350 $11. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Montserrat County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga hot tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361, and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga hot tea medicine, that's more money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. And so rush now and you will live happily. The people that used to sell Mary Maga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Montserrat County. They buy Maga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people that settled down in Montserrat County, yeah. In Montserrat County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga hot tea medicine, that's more money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Mary Maga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework good. You come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework good. Your woman tells you say bad limit man. Sexual weakness in both men and women, they Mary Maga hot tea, they can kill it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. It can kill it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper. You can't eat this one. Also, the Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. It can kill it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back, Mary Maga hot tea medicine can kill it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Mary Maga hot tea can kill it. Skin disease and many more. Mary Maga hot tea medicine can kill all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people Mary Maga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Galima. I live in Kolan. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this morning, making it 1 week. So first of all, people have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take bath with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fire. I take bath with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also even my outside have not been too clear, but it make now I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave in the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very active. As a young man, I'm really strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it well perfect.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital.
The monitoring arm of entities in this institution are created to make sure that they see reasons to always check on the institutions or other areas. Don't let me do it. The CA has the means of acquiring wealth.
And that's what we're going to play with. Even my mother that testimony.
And this is something that is just unbecoming and is also common.
Every time people are going to come here for their medicine.
Okay.
So
and that's why in the write up of the Nobel laureate, Dima Bowie, she said, corruption has taken a glorious seat.
I gave it a bad and you get category.
Well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Puya about the medicine from Senga, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listen to me, this medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today. God, the first, second, this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you were suffering from?
Our foot problem. Yes, my foot problem.
How long that was working you? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Mary Maga Hot Tea, for some money. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 dollars. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot.
These people must find
The people that used to sell Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. They Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine and how cool it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that the Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's no money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with going to be cured. This medicine they call Mary Maga Hot Tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses.
With the discussion, but keep listening this morning.
One thing we ask of you,
The people that used to sell Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. They Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine and how cool it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with going to be cured. This This medicine they call Marie Maga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Marie Maga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marie Maga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework, go, you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework, go. Your woman tells you say, "Bah, leave me, man." Sexual weakness in both men and women, they Marie Maga hot tea, they can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Marie Maga hot tea can solve it, it can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marie Maga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Marie Maga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marie Maga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Zizi Galima.
Okay.
I live in Kolahu, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take bath with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fine. I take bath with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also, even my outside have not been too clear, but it makes now I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also, as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active.
That's great.
As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it with pepper.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital, but that time she almost died. Listen for my people and the kid. And when I hear the news over here, I have brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call Yeye. She was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people come here, gave me testimony.
All right.
So they medicine. And that's what we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. But if you test when people see what I want to do, every time people going to come here for their medicine.
Okay.
So their medicine, but they're doing well. My mama, yeah, she was not working. Our baby in the house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
I was then I gave it a bag and you get a go out. But I call a bag. Okay.
Now I studied in the for away you. Can I hang on the little food? Now can no mama, can no mama, can no mama. I can no mama. Mama can. Oh, mama, I can no mama.
Well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I hear about you, I go to Koya about the medicine from buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, got the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem.
Foot?
Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was hamburger you? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marie Maga hot tea, for some more money. The Marie Maga hot tea medicine is sold for $350 $. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Moserado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marie Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie Maga hot tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361, and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. So rush now and you will live happily. The people are into selling Marimaga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Marimaga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Marimaga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Marimaga hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County. Yeah, in Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia. The people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marimaga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marimaga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that the Marimaga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you're complaining with your stomach. You say, my stomach hurting, my mom, my stomach hurting, my wife, my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say, bad limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women. They Marimaga hot tea, it can kill it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. The Marimaga hot tea can solve it, it can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marimaga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Marimaga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marimaga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Galima.
Okay.
I live in Kolahu, Komasile, Kisikwa. This medicine have gone well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. Okay. The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years, I don't take back with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fire, I take back with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also even my outside have not been too clear, but it makes now I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very active.
That's great.
As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it well, perfect.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital, but that time she almost died. You send for my people and the kids. And when I hear the news over here, I brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call Yene. She was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people come here. Okay. They need testimony. All right. So they medicine. And that's when we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. When they did testing, when people see what I want to do, every time people when they come here for their medicine. Okay. So their medicine, but they're doing well. My mama, yeah, she was not working. Our baby in the house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
Sabota makubukoro, mabosu wizi.
I want to give it a badge and you get a go out. If I call a bag, I have a crack. Okay.
Now I studied in Silla for away you. Cana hanging in the Kudu. Okoruaha, Nago, Cano Mama, Cano Mama, Cano Mama, Cano Mama, Emma. Mama Cane,
Well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the menacing influencer, buying this menacing. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, they menacing, that good menacing, that make me to be alive today. God, the first, second, this menacing.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem.
Foot?
Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was Hamburger? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marie Maga Hot Tea. This medicine they call Marie Maga Hot Tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marie Maga Hot Tea can solve it. The sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say bad limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women. They Marie Maga Hot Tea, they can kill it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. The Marie Maga Hot Tea can solve it. It can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marie Maga Hot Tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Marie Maga Hot Tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marie Maga Hot Tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Galima.
Okay.
I live in Kolahu, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this morning, making it 1 week. Okay. The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take bath with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fine. I take bath with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also, even my outside have not been too clear, but it make now I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also, as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active.
That's great.
As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it well, perfect.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital, but that time she almost died. You send for my people in the king. And when I hear the news over here, I brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call Yene. She was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people coming here, gave me testimony.
All right.
So they blessed me. And that's what we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. When they did testimony, people see what I want to do. Every time people when they come here for their medicine.
Okay.
So they medicine, but they're doing well. My Oma, yeah, she was not working. I was paying for in your house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
Sabota makubukoro, mabosu wizi.
I want to give it a badge and you get a go out. If I call a bag, I have a crack. Okay.
Now I studied in Silla for away you. Cana hanging in the Kudu. Okoruaha, Nago, Cano Mama, Cano Mama, Cano Mama, Cano Mama, Emma. Mama can, Mama, Mama,
When I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, God the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you were suffering from?
Our foot problem. Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. And how long that was hamburger you said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Mary Maga Hot Tea, for some more money. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 Liberian. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Moserado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361 and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. And so rush now and you will live happily.
That's a prime sponsor there. Mary Maga
The people are into selling Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine and how cool it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine
tertiary institutions, and that's where I'm asking some to shut down because they have not meet the standard, they have not meet the requirements set by the act that created that institution in 1989. So they need to shut down. Then we say asking if people, so many institutions that went on to give people bachelor degrees after 4 or 5 years, what were you doing that these people operated? That you were not making all of the necessary inspection. Why? It is true that you take any kind of steps. We need to be asking the authority there as well. Because to see this number of institutions being suspended or asked to shut down or being labeled as operating illegally over the period of time. So what happened to the inspectorate division? The compliance, research and development, because some of these things, not just to sit in the offices, at times you might be on the field. Go to so many institutions. We see them in a community, they're running institution, they're running other kinds here. Yeah. There are some have improved. Look at La Cosa today. She has improved. Look at the structure. See that investment, yes, conducive. Spacious enough. You know, you run in university, like running one little nightclub that no parking lot. You just park the car along the road, jump in the place and boogie down a little bit and get back in the car and leave. You see, you get there, no electricity, no internet facility. But when you go to somebody private university owned by some of our past officials of government or current officials of government, or people who are well up in the private sector, are running smooth. University of Liberia, struggling. The students and the staffers there, They all almost on the same level. They will transport themselves to and fro. Inadequate buses to accommodate or to take the students to the two campuses from one destination to another. You see, when you are given a job, if you were actually working and enforcing these things, somebody in universities that you shutting down or you suspending, but this time they might have even improved far better. But because they saw that nobody going after them, so they started to collect money. So the people will see and say, yeah, let me go here, I'll go there. You get some of our young brothers who are riding a motorcycle while they are building the capacity. You see? You talk about the committee on education at the Senate, the committee on education at the House of Representatives. So sometimes not just having this portfolio serving this capacity. Sometimes you people get up and go. Unannounced. Go and see the facility. Go and see how students. Yeah. Somebody tells you they got one university, they don't even have up to 50 students. But they tell you that university that they're running. They don't even have up to 50 students. When they go some of their friends, Ministry of Education, when they get there, someone and letting to operate the CNI, they don't go to the Commission on Higher Education, but you want to provide higher education to people. And you turn it as you providing quality education. So what do we do with these people who have already graduated from these institutions? That you claim that some of them operated illegally, meaning they did not do it at all. It was illegal. So whatever they gave up cannot be counted. You see? These are some of the things that when you allow politics to take over the whole nation, there are folks who will be very smart to use the opportunity and exploit people. You see? What took you all this long? And the Liberia National Police, this institution, the fact that they said they operated illegally, is criminal matter right there. These proprietors that own these schools must be held to account for their action, why they did what they did. Because either they have to go into a reform. You know, this is not a play matter. We talk about Liberian education. We already been facing a whole lot of challenges. You still writing on chalkboard. You take one old desktop, you put it on a desk, make it look like working, you don't work. The whole university, only one person get a computer. You go in a lab, you take all the 1960 desktop computer, put it on, make it look like, you don't even find air condition. The students are in classes, the places are hot. They're receiving the money right there. You're not even going to bank. Some of them, they right there, transaction be done right there, because as soon as they get it, they know what next to do with it. You cannot even provide testing for your teaching faculty to say, oh yeah, the man teaching the other university, that the bus can come for them and pick up them, and the bus will drop them. They are there to and fro. Some of them since they came into being, over 5, 6, 7 years, they have never put out a single graduate. Some of them have never even, or probably only one graduate they have put up. One batch. Somebody when after certain time you think the school no longer operating, when they turn around when they book and thing, somebody can invest a little bit into it, then they come back and say, oh yeah, we'll open it. Start to operate. And the University of Liberia cannot absorb all of the desiring students that want to further their education in Liberia. So you will have, but it's good that we have other universities that can at least take the remaining of the students of people who are desiring to further their education, yes. But it must meet the standard. And the body responsible must be able to do all of the evaluation, all of the necessary inspection, check these places, check these people. Yeah. You put one university in one community, when the people yelling in the community, they get one little club side, they play music, the student in the place that they're hearing it. We have done so many harms to this country. And we are all we got energy for the politics. 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 I'll take a few calls on this matter because there are a lot of things we want to talk about this morning that is very key and cardinal to what we are discussing this morning. So you can begin to put in your calls on 0775 919 919. Look at some of the nice in school. You put up graduate people dying. They go to one hospital, they give one injection, mildly on you. Yeah. You go. You see all of these things happening. So let's go to the line line and talk to our callers. You live.
Good morning, we give you the night.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you, man. If you just start slow quality, I'm going to be silent. I'm going to go by money.
Josiah, you're welcome.
The same thank you we give when it comes to the education issue, the education people will grow up Article 6. The embassy we agree. Education is fine, knowledge is power. But when you want to find this knowledge onto us, why you can be the core of the law? Why you teaching me how to learn more, how to be good in society? But you that teaching me, you know you said the core of why teaching me. I can't reconcile that. Some of them want to school to you pass on my campus and they said no, you want on a holiday. So we are asking the government to stop them. Even to improve any facility. There's a facility. You give bro. One campus. There's people who have been daily. They pay on a chicken portrait. As they're reading now, go see the best. How can you be teaching me good thing? Well, you're not living in the country, why are you teaching me? So like come on. You guys want to college it? You think you can't put on graduate. You can't get a both certificates. They're not making to be a higher institution.
Yeah, but also that's what I'm saying. The Commission on Higher Education, the Committee on Education at the House of Representatives and the House of Senate, they all must have a share of this blame because they are not doing their job. Why? You responsible to license people to accredited people. You tell me so your inspector they are not doing inspection. Did people be operating 3, 4, 5 years? How did they manage to start operating? What they took that bravery from?
Very good. How did they? They document to start operating. Something got to be wrong.
Yeah, because they got time to go and renew. After a period of time, you got to renew your license. So when they manage to have gotten the license for the first time, are you telling us they've been operating on expired license and never went to renew it, or people within the commission also in cahoots with these people? They say, "Mama, you're operating it. They're operating. Anybody can show them a whole permit." We know how people have done this kind of harm to our country over the period of time. Why in the student taking this kind of unnecessary step? They also must have blame for themselves that they sat down and allow these things to happen.
True.
Some of the people have already, some of these schools have put up graduate.
True.
The people going with a document. Now you say they operated illegally. What happens to those credentials that these people have given out to people? What happened to the credential that they have given to other people? Good morning.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
The name of me Moses from Academy. You know, you are led all the analysis on education. But it's not only education, the one of the
no, let's stick to what we're talking here. That one we want. This one is key that what we're discussing. We've been talking about other areas too. Let's stick to this one here.
The issue here for me what I see is just low salary everywhere. because people are doing the hard work and they are not earning any good salary, either incentive. So if this man go for inspection on a fee and somebody gave him something more than giving 1 year salary.
Yeah, that was sometimes good that the bosses do not just rely on their principal deputies or the able lieutenant. Sometimes you take these people unaware. You go there too. You not just to sit in the office as well.
Implementation is one of the things.
Yeah, sometimes you get to know what the instruction being fully implemented. Or what people are in compliance with the standard that created the institution, and you are there to regulate, you are there to monitor, you are there to give them the right to operate or not to operate. You just sit down in air conditioned car, in air conditioned offices.
Tell people relax. Let me read that man will go and come back. I will get my something. So no, people not following up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. Let me talk to. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Wiggy.
Good morning.
Good morning. This morning. I'm sorry, I'm on the call. I mean, you feel like I'm calling from Gaza this morning. Sorry for the voice. We are there to report. You know, there is not only that for the student university and nursing school. Even some of the school, they suggested that they will come forward to examine the whole thing. They had to come down and take it for the all the way up there. Because I was telling them, some of them were there. Right? But even the environment is not just correct. You know, even now for the sound of evidence. And they said, I was no kind of degree in here. Where would you go? And you would follow them to deny this. It's a serious matter.
Thank you. This morning, the background is actually, you know, these are people already now in the employ of other institutions.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take, for instance, the most troubling part here of all are the health institutions that have put on nurses, physician assistants, and we've seen the kind of results that are coming when people go to the hospital. Who knows? You telling people you diagnosing sicknesses on people that probably they don't even have. At the end of the day, you make prescription, they go and take the wrong drugs for sickness that woman or that man not carrying. And at the end of the day, the sickness what the man do not have, he goes on to develop it. 0775-919-919. Let's talk to these other callers. You live.
Good morning. Yeah, Wiki, how are you?
I'm okay.
My name is Ashley Dennis, and I phoned this morning from myself and Howard. Thank you for your discussion. You know, these are things that we have been talking about. I'm a student of the Catholic University. We are on the tool that actually of last year, the school was being shut down. We won't receive the administration refused to give us information while the school was being closed down. We need to realize we got our own information that the nursing board closed down the Mapun because when they visited the school and then they noticed that students were saying to the school that only one new building they have is building up for using it. We have to do cover mission building the hospital.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to this caller because hopefully at 9 o'clock this morning we'll have the executive director from the National Identification Registry. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
For me, then I arrest all the parents all the school questions. Then I have all of them arrested. Then they will be responsible to all those acquired for that school. So send them back to school to only at the
other country people are revoking degrees, academic fraud. Yeah. Academic theft. You gave the people, you made them to believe. No wonder why our society refusing to develop. People won't go to other university, but they can't afford. Mm-hmm. So you add like your own much cheaper, and so the man with that scale of preference now. Mm-hmm. The man look at what he can afford. He places himself in that bracket and go there. Then at the end of the day, we need to be told that like all the 4 years you went to that school or 5 years in that fly. In the typical like of alarm.
Yeah, and we see institutions currently having unqualified instructors.
Sure.
Because they are awarding, they are conferring degree on those people, and those people are not even qualified to receive the degrees. No. And they're giving other institutions problems. Even the citizens are being affected.
And mainly the troubling part of this thing has to do with the health sector.
Yes.
And that's where we look, Ambassador Vat, this is the most troubling part of it.
Sure.
Look at it. Of all the schools they shut down, the health institutions are more.
Yeah.
And this is a serious national concern.
And they put out graduate periodically.
Yes.
And those people are going to health institutions to go work.
But you see what happening. People will administer wrong a medication to somebody, and at the end of the day, they are not held liable for it.
Sure.
We take our relatives to clinic, to hospital around here. You get there, you will take the person from home, just minor and problem. You carry there to the hospital or the clinic. The next thing they call you is they come for your body.
Yeah.
Only because somebody have done something that they had no business doing. Yeah.
It's affecting the society.
Somebody with PA, and when they call it then die, then he answer it. He say, doctor, die, and walking with. That the result when you play politics with everything.
And those leaders are just seated and tying lip on it. You shouldn't say the shadow ministers.
Yeah.
They are there and doing nothing.
And at the end of the day, Ambassador, here's the point again. Most of our officials in government, they have vested interest in the area because the area got money. They don't care about the quality that they provide. They care about the cash that comes in. One man will be representing a clinic. It is not recognized, it is not licensed. He got one medical school, not recognized, not licensed by his clinic. Nobody goes there because he's some kind of senator.
Yeah.
One senator get a vocational school that is not licensed. He teaching people, putting people up. When the man go do electrical work, after a few days, your whole catcher will fire.
People do general construction, when they do your roof, your zinc, they turn worse.
You see your own house that they constructing when you're coming from distance, your house,
your house lane. Earlier on, the NCHE should not just.
No, but this thing is a crime.
Yes.
If you telling other people operated illegally, the police have to come in.
The crime center division needs to come in so that the people
enlisting and the police by this time. That was said earlier on. The crime services division of the national police should take charge. Get the full listing. Let get to know the president and the owners of these institutions that are operated illegally.
Yeah. How long you been there for? How many students? Let's track these students. Where they are today, where can we find them?
Because we gotta be looking at the number of years they operated and they not pay the taxes. Because if you're telling us they operated illegally because they must have gone to pay their license fee, they must be accredited, and you will pay in at the Liberia Revenue Authority.
Sure.
It goes in the government account. Renew our license. So why do people will not go back to renew after the expiration?
We're looking for money. Then we get a means to get money.
No.
We're not doing it.
Well, people got a strength. They can look at these things, but when we look at it and put it out, people got a strength. They only got a strength to go mobilize people to go and protest.
Yeah.
You see?
I go to the one.
I told you.
Who knows
the way we have played politics in this country, it have allowed people to take the focus from some of the key issues that should be moving this country forward.
If you're talking about 53 tertiary institutions for a small country like Liberia,
even if they were upstandard and operating legally, it's good because everybody can afford to go to some of the other universities on the fee.
Yeah.
But let meet the standard. And it's a shame to even the National Commission on Higher Education that they started all these years and to find it, especially Ambassador, to have the kind of number.
Yes.
To have this kind of numbers. You might and not all yet.
No.
So when they say hey in the corner, to have this kind of number, what were they doing too?
What yardstick they were able to accredit these people to go and function? What yardstick they use?
In the first place, because you should be observing when you issue the. Look, I'm disdaining this morning.
On a serious note.
Look, we can do some shameful things to ourselves. Look, take for instance, you issue a license that will last for like 1 year or 2 years. You issue the license. You in that identical department. You know the institution that you gave license to, or all of the licenses that you gave up. You know the expiration. You must be able to send the team that communicating that your license has expired until you can renew that license or your permit. You are not allowed to operate.
Sure.
Simple as that.
Sure.
We come and teach them again.
Tell me, If you're talking about NCHE, what's about the Ministry of Education? How many schools operating?
Yeah.
That are not to be
Some of
operating?
them go to the Ministry of Education when they get in the license or permit to operate. They don't go to the Commission on Higher Education. Then they go there.
They go to start operating.
They start operating. Some of the people, because like one of the callers said, and I said earlier, when because of the low pay, the very people that should carry on the inspection to know that these people are in compliance with the standard to operate a tertiary institution, they go there, the man say, oh man, when you get there, the man get you for $200-300 US. You put it in your pocket. You become the gatekeeper for that other institution. Every time the commission talk about, they will be carry on regular inspection. You phone to the people a minute to understand, oh man, you put it next week, you know about organize something. I will make sure my men will not come over there.
You'll get settled.
No, my man, when you get something, trust me, the team will not reach it to on that side. You will operate. The men put it together.
And we're not helping society.
We're not helping society because, you know, everybody want to be, I will say, everybody want to do more, everybody want to do rescue. A country when it gets developed, when the minds of the people are developed.
Certainly.
You think one guy like this? You think one people, what the politician, they can take advantage of them, sit down and use people. One man just sit down and he the one controlling all the young people in the country. He controlling all the motorcyclists. When he want to go do a protest to be known, to gain his own status, because the people are not knowledgeable.
Sure. So they play on them.
Yeah.
You see?
It's deliberate. And some of the very same people, they are owners of these schools.
These people, and we won't know the list of institutions that failed to pay their annual service fees, because we can't be having institutions violating our laws that they need to pay money. We just sit and never looking at them.
But you know, we'll continue with the discussion on tomorrow because we're going to bring all of the listing.
Okay, Baba Kaja.
Yeah, you teaching the word of God. Look at that. I told you the content damage. I said it to you long time. But sometimes you say anything, people can go look at.
You want him to say he's doing the right thing and you don't want to involve with this?
Yeah. You see? And that's the reason why you see every time you have a new government, it makes it look like
we're starting over.
We're starting over and it makes it look like that person doing absolutely nothing.
Seriously.
It's because of the society.
The society.
What we're inheriting.
No man, someone get a degree, you get a degree.
Look, I just imagine how former President George had sleepless night of the way, oh, you're not in there one. And just imagine with President Bwaka with that age. That old man is that extra strong.
Yeah.
But from all indication,
those are the reasons why former president, we are in so just get involved with Bugatti.
Yeah, I think sometimes I want to take
to the stress.
He just made myself happy.
Because if I'm myself happy, they poor KB.
Yeah.
I'm ready to die now. Yeah, ambassador. And the old man too, he said a strong old man.
Yeah.
Imagine. They feel like they're just gonna play now almost something.
Yeah.
You say a movie on.
Then for that he go buy another plane.
He even showing that fear. The other day he get back again moving.
Very hard to do it.
I mean, like Rocky and make their leaders look very bad. They're ugly. As if to say they ain't doing nothing.
And you know, one thing I've noticed of recent, and I want to bring this thing to the president's attention, and it be responsible for some of these things. We saw it in the past. It led to the removal democratically of the CDC government. I've seen this already creeping in this government. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, a lot of your officials currently in government have turned to talk show hosts.
Yes.
They are partners. They don't do their work any longer. They want to blow their own home. They are not leaving it with the media, civil society grouping, advocacy, and all of these things, and independent media to critique them, to put up the good and the bad. They are the one blowing their home.
Sure.
They are not working. For me, I will say this cost CDC hugely.
And they regret
when they had 2,000 plus more peace. Or even more, because when you listen to the other person speaking, what that even concern you? You speaking, you just member of the party, but you're not in government. But things are taking place in the government. You go from the party angle, you address it like the regular press briefing. That's why we invite you to sit on platform to answer the hard question from the people. You don't want to come. You have seen somebody 3 years.
Yeah.
In the night, everybody tend to talk show hosts. They're doing podcasts. They're running government on a social media platform.
I want the people who watching telling the president about this thing.
No.
So why in the night the honest platforms saying things and they should say putting the government in problem?
You see?
No. President Biden will come down hard on this thing here. Because if there's a way out of order,
they can only accept invitation or they could call when they want to make clarity. When their names are called up in
something, yes.
Then they say, what? That's the time. And because of it, because the thing that they attend to panelists, they talk show hosts by net, they weaken the communication arm at various ministry agencies.
So the press and propaganda arm of the institutions are no longer given the power to go and propagate the matters of the institution.
It will shock you to know probably some people say don't even know that there's a commission called on higher education in the country. Because most of the institutions are dormant.
Yeah.
They don't even come out. They only come when they know, strengthen the outreach.
All they know that they get ministry of education.
The communication department. Let people say, look, so when you provide the necessary education, tell the people the procedure. The processes how to acquire license to operate. Tell the people the standard. What they require. What are the requirements for a university to operate? What are those things that they must have?
What are the activities you involved with?
You have to do, the qualification, the kind of instructor, lecturer, professors. You don't do it. You say when at the end of the year, when instead of money that you get your paycheck from day one to the last day,
you're gone.
You're looking for all of our development conferences, seminar to travel. You go abroad, you're stopping, you come back. You and your children, you eat a little chicken, you're happy. Then you get a group of people putting unprepared people in the society to cause panic.
Then the other man who from when they say go net academy.
Yeah, then he saying
they're
telling you he got a permit for ministry of education. You providing higher education, you say ministry of education. He put out one big release saying making clarity.
Yeah. You operating illegally, then you get the guts to be talking.
No, because the Liberian National Police must take siege of this matter. This is not something laughable.
They arrest the board and the institutions.
But they're doing it all around the world, Ambassador.
And if care not take an ambassador, right now as we speak, some of the institutions are still operating. They will not listen to what the NCH is saying. Yeah. They are still operating.
So when you provide the necessary information, even to those who will see some university that want to attend, why the issue will be affordable, they can make, tell them some of the hard questions that they need to ask before entering some of the universities. Let people be able to show the permit, the status while they regularized.
Like I said earlier on, our young folks. There's a country that has a high level of youth population. They need to be educated. The parents don't have the money to go to Cottington, go to University of Liberia, but the institutions are there to help them start up.
They are there to complement government efforts in building the society in a proper way where minds will be developed. But if the people develop the mind basically on the basis of cash, because you see it as something that can actually bring you money. That can bring you money.
We get a lot of things in this country not going right though. Which are moving. A lot. And that's the last thing I said. Thanks to the Ministry of Information with this regular press briefing. Let them bring some institutions. Let them unearth some of the things that they
and it's just a clear indication to show you that the Committee on Education from the House of Representatives, the Committee on Education from the House of Senate, it just tells you the committee are just established for the title, what they carry. But this is something that exposes them. They need to give open apologies to the Liberian people. No if and ain't about it.
Sure.
No, and nobody begging them. We're demanding it from them. It's a shame that you got elected and you serving on a committee and we see that kind of mess in the public. They think going wow. They're gone. Look at the number. Look at how terrible is it. You see, when we're talking about how we need to make sure Liberia develop, you're only talking about politics.
Yes. You see, somebody don't want to hear that they are candidate name or their political leader. That's all they're concerned about. But you don't even know that you yourself are being affected.
But some of them that men talking, some of them, the first thing they can do, that some of these schools they from.
This is so serious.
You go to one university and get nothing they call lab, no research area. They can provide any teaching material to the lecturers or whosoever. People will gather their own thing. What they want to do, they go, the men just stay.
Am I hearing Cardinal Griffith case is dead?
Yeah, for the lawyer of Charles Taylor.
The British barrister who was born in Jamaica is dead. He died at the age of 70. It was confirmed yesterday. Wow. You see, and at our 9 o'clock, right after the Central Bank message, we will be paying host to the team there from the National Identification Registry. They will be here, and we'll be talking about the recent decision by the government to halt the enrollment exercise of the NIR and the biometric nature of the cards. And we also want to, while this is true, we also want to gather clarity other information. The last time we had the communication director here, or communication person from the Office of the Information Services at the NIR on this platform. We will clarify some of the questions and concerns on the public here. So we'll be hosting a team at about 9 o'clock right after the Central Bank message this morning. Good morning and a pleasant welcome. This is where we are. And Liberians need to all join hands in this thing. You see, it's almost like our leaders are overwhelmed with situations that they are unable to do their work. Lawmakers, like my colleague usually say, they are the shadow ministers. They are the committee at the level of the House on education, committee at the level of the Senate on education. Now you find one man there who's there at the level of the Senate as chair on education, who also have their own nightmare to deal with. And now this is what we are seeing.
And some of them, only some of these schools that we're talking about, some of them, not because the schools are not even mentioned. Some of them are vocational schools, but because of the statute, people are afraid.
And the same thing, don't mention my own. Just talk about other people. Highlight other people, leave my own over.
And you know the president getting tough now.
Yeah.
The president suspended the superintendent or MCSS.
Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves it.
The president suspended him, James and Momo.
Yeah.
From the
Momo.
Yeah, from the Montreal Consolidated School System. According to they say it's because of a mounting allegation of administrative and financial misconduct within the Liberian largest public school system. And according to a statement from the executive management, President Boga, decision was triggered by disturbing reports pointing to unauthorized procurement and questionable contract execution under Momo leadership. Among the allegation, according to the report, is the unapproved procurement of 6,500 decks and chair value at $357,500 United States dollars. Additionally, a US $451,150.60 contract for laboratory supplies and services signed on July 11, 2024. It was reportedly executed outside the country, established public procurement procedures. Even more troubling report from the Financial Intelligence Agency links MCSL personnel to alleged kickbacks chain, suggesting systematic abuse of public trusts and funds in the office. So you see,
you go be hired to do a piece of work.
It's just on the basis of this cultural impunity. And on the basis of people, because the way we protect these people, that's why you see they fearlessly do these things.
Yeah.
No fear. They already know that people will go in the street for them. People, when they carry them to the court, people will go there with placard. So you see the kind of problem developing in Liberia. The people already know that because you in poverty and they have acquired wealth, so when they are caught up into something, even if these allegations are on there, they always know they will be protected by you. You that call yourself intellectuals. You are used. You say you sign, the people use you. They maintain 50 million, give you $50, they will stay in a room to protest for me. Where are we headed as a nation, as a people? Where sector now will tend to look at it. The health sector, people, how can you be putting people? Somebody go, you cannot even do any good prescription Some of you got today, people stock in Ghana and other places.
Yeah.
The kind of sickness that you're born there, you don't have any treatment for it in like y'all make family people to sell their properties, mortgage their homes, get to transport their children or their auntie, their husband, their brother. You're sending people to India for sickness they don't have. They go there, they bring them back as cargo.
Yeah. Frustration is what you bring to people.
Your advocacy is only on politics. These are some of the things that we said. You keep government feet to the fire. Sometimes you do your own assessment. You can help government. There are people even tomorrow say, yeah, but the guy was in. Well, he helped to keep government feet to the fire, and government was able to improve on this sector because of him. So if they make and do it, while other government, when we gave him a chance, he can do far better.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it should be. But you won't want to be there to solve the motorcycle that you put in together to go to the machine.
And these are the works of these institutions, political parties. Remember, you are already a partner in waiting. Help to strengthen these areas because your people may just be affected by these things. It's not just the ruling establishment will be there, but you, as an institution, your people will also be affected. You see? But these are not the concerns of the people. The only thing is, and because you are having just this mind of breaking down the society, and when you're waiting for the day you in leadership, that's how when you are given a chance to come, you do nothing.
And you know what the president said? The president said, Momo has been ordered to immediately turn over all official MDSS property and documentation to the chairperson of the MDSS board, Mr. John Clark Siafa, and to fully cooperate with the LACC doing the investigation. And that the president's second major suspension in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
From LTA now to MCSL.
Sure.
How do you get corruption into education? Something that for the students to benefit, schools to benefit. The kind of allegation should be on you. Look at the kind of money. Then you can't even follow procedure. You say you're an educated man. You know, you're molding the minds of people to do the good thing, to do the proper thing, to understand that you don't take shock with certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you giving contracts because like a friend.
Yeah.
So now when they hear somebody big contracts, they get form over there.
And Pastor, you said to be involved with the kind of thing, yeah? You became a very huge tax. There are other people. You said they observe. Eh? Please, Pastor Rowe, they report to you.
One flying sheet,
but you are the one involved.
One flying sheet with MTSN head, letterhead or something should not be in possession.
And somebody put there, by the time they suspend it, they go straight for investigation. That's why the LCC is calling for that power.
Yeah, the LCC is a passport finger and run away.
Yeah, because we should not delay these things. Eh? Let him be arrested. Made to answer to several allegations on him. You see? But at the end result, you find people never go to the men across the border. He go on outside. How will we help this country? When we are having these things, the individuals are people that the president depend on and the librarian depend on to run these institutions. They are the ones involved in this kind of art.
What can I say? You see, the GSC report again, the CMCSL were caught up into again.
Yeah.
Yeah. The House of Representatives, the MCSL, NAFA, they were all caught in payroll partying.
Yeah.
Payroll partying web. They were in that web.
The people in the country will develop by hope or crook. They will develop this country, yeah? Because those who don't want to see the need, they will be forced to. They will be forced to. Eh?
Yeah.
What's that?
What kind of money?
The MCS says 977 government paid staff and 604 volunteer teachers serving across 27 public schools. Eh?
Look at the kind of money. And money allegation. They say it's the unapproved procurement. Unapproved procurement of 6,500 decks and chairs valued at US $357,500. And another one there again, US $451,150. 67.
You see that?
Yeah.
You go do
to
work.
3 million.
That I want to be on.
Contract for laboratory supply. I'm not wondering why when you go, you don't see anything in the lab.
No.
Because you get a lab or carry substance or something, or my man Jeff Allen, you go put here or you put computer, you put one 90 system microscope.
That it can function, but you be there. So I'm supposed to see
yeah.
Okay, let's another clock. Let's go for the central bank message this morning. Good morning.
My daughter Kumba, how is the business today? Well, your face, how you looking so? Like you thinking about something?
And I say on me, I going to plenty things. So I tell my pay the next day. I'm telling you, all the money can check go tell that my children's school fee, hospital money, rent, my own say small thing and say nothing. I can't do anything good for myself.
Amen.
Then to make matter worse, I try to put small money in lay business to go out of the country. But to find foreign currency, I can just be running around. It's too bad that. Things how I am stressed.
Yeah. Anything you don't know is bigger than you for true, yeah?
What you mean now, Pachoni?
Kumba? On March 27, 2025, the Central Bank of Liberia launched the National Financial Education Program for people then like you.
The National Financial Education Program?
They finished putting it outside. That is they call launch. And that President Joseph Newman Boaka said launched the program for the whole country.
Okay. So what in the program will do for person like me now?
The program will solve your problem, my daughter.
Tell me something.
The financial education program will help people like you, Kumba, to understand how to take care of your money Google.
Yeah?
Yes. It will show you how to set financial goals, how to budget your money, how to save part of your money after you take pay, how you can turn some of your money around in business for it to grow.
What?
Yeah. So after taking pay, you can't be broke again.
That good thing, oh, Pachoni.
Yeah, Makumba. The Central Bank of Liberia will work with plenty other government offices then like Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, and other groups then like the Liberia Marketing Association to make sure you're the women and girls manage your money Google.
Oh yeah, that is very good.
Yeah. Now, this financial education get many steps.
Tell me about them, Pachoni. Tell me.
First, you have to set your financial goals.
What?
This means you must think about where you want to see yourself in the future. Maybe 1 year from now, you won't get plenty of money to be able to take care of all of your problems.
Yeah.
Or you want to be big businesswoman. But you can only reach where you want to see yourself in having more money according to the way you will plan to use your money today.
How that one already work now?
That the next step I will come into. They call it budgeting, meaning planning how to use your money the right way.
Yes, that one that true.
So you budget by making a plan that show how you will use your money. Once you take your pay or you get any money, you have to sit down to put idea together to use your money.
Yeah.
In line with the thing that you need to do for you and your family, and you will still be able to keep some.
It makes sense.
Yes, so when you make your budget, that means you have to stick to it because you plan for everything already.
That's true.
The other important thing, that's saving. Saving means to keep some money somewhere for you to use in future. Then just using all your money soon you take it.
Okay. But this saving you're talking about, ain't that to keep the money in your safe to your house, eh?
One advice, Makumba, do not keep the money in your house or under your mattress. Yes, go to the bank house and open your saving an account. You can open 2 savings.
2 savings?
Yes. You can open 1 saving or account with any mobile phone company. Like that, you carry your money on your phone right in your own hand anywhere you going.
But why if the phone lost now?
Easy. Just go back to the mobile phone company and get your SIM card back with all your money still on it.
Che, correct.
Yes. Then you could choose to open another saving or account with a bank. Just go to any bank you like and say you want to open saving to keep your money. They will help you open an account.
Okay, but what a benefit in that one?
A bank account has many benefits. Number one, the bank can put interest on top of your money you keeping with it.
Okay.
And because of that, you can also be able to take loan from the bank where you open your saving. With that loan money, you can make business to grow your money or do other good things for yourself.
Okay.
And when you take loan from the bank, make sure you're able to pay it back.
Yeah.
At the same time, open your eyeball to all the things that you will agree to on the loan paper. Like when you will pay back, how much you will pay every time, and then the main one, wedding business you're taking the loan money for. And you must understand the interest you will have to pay to. Yeah, after that, you can make a plan to pay back your debt. Manage the debt good.
Yeah, it will not be good you tell loan, then you're not able to pay it back.
It's not correct like that, sir. Yeah, that digging hole, covering hole thing not correct because you will still be in the hole.
Yeah.
What some people do is to make sure they take a loan to put the money into something that brings in more money. They call it investment. So they can be able to pay their debt and be able to save at the same time.
So Google ad here, yeah?
Yes, so then another good thing is to insure your business or your home.
Insurance for my business, my home, my...
So, God forbid, if something bad happen, the insurance company can help you get something bad because you are protected against loss.
No, Johnny, I will go to the financial education program and learn about money matter, yeah? Insurance, hayaka.
Yeah, because with insurance, when your property damage or warehouse burn with your goods inside, for example, the insurance will pay.
Oh! So a part of financial education too, eh?
Yes, it is part of the financial education tool to manage risk and protect yourself. Then you know, some business people don't treat their customers very good.
They plenty of...
Fine. So the last thing the CBL and other Google friends talk about, they say you get right as customer to complain any business house that will not treat you the right way.
Any business house?
Yes, like banks or mobile phone companies. If they not treat you the right way, you must talk it.
Okay.
That's right. And under the financial education program, you listen to me, they will teach you how to complain and how they will hear your complaint. So, Kuma,
thank you plenty, Papa Johnny. I will make sure to be part of the financial education program so I can learn all the good things about money.
This message is from the government of Liberia through the Central Bank of Liberia.
As soon as they arrived, the team from the National Identification Registry to talk about some issues this morning, and we'll tell you about the importance and talk about the relaxation on it so far, because the folks who are all been affected in terms of goods and services or doing some business transaction at your banks and other area, that you must have your citizen identification card. So we're going to talk about that hopefully when they are here. We continue. Like we were saying earlier on, President Baga, I beg you, sometimes when you drive home from work, you take your telephone in the evening, sometimes you go to the social media, you just look, you will see some of your ministers, some of your directors, they are running their own talk show hosts. They're putting you in problems. Some of the things you have not done or you're not thinking on it, that they'll be saying it. So when some of these things do not come to fruition, the people think that you done nothing. Leave it with the independent media and other folks to read it out and say yes.
But I think spend time on informing the people about the institution.
That's it.
Giving the workings, the purpose.
You want to have your cake and eat it?
The reason why the institution was being established. Let the Liberian people know that this institution exists and what they are doing.
Yeah.
Instead, you make them people believe that Baga governments are injured.
You overstep.
Perfect.
But that's why the writer from Lehman Bowie, she said That's the reason Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government looks like diamond. And I want him, Madam Sirleaf were able to control. And President Baka, you were in our government 12 years as vice president. Madam Sirleaf controlled the issue of ministers melting into things that they got no business talking into. And that was the reason why you see today they got the regular mega press briefing. She said it. If you want to talk anything, it must be channeled through the Ministry of Information.
Sure.
They talking about foreign affairs matter. You work in the Ministry of Labor, you won't put a say inside to talk. Okay, folks, let me take this break and I will certainly be back because we will shortly usher in our guests. But in the meantime, between time, we...
Okay.
Where we were few months or a year or two ago. Social media pages. You, Manalima Bowie, you said he was sick, he was too old, he must step aside. Today, time and circumstances are proving you wrong. He worked for over 18 hours in a day. He's not sleeping. He's burning the midnight oil to make sure that things are done for the country. Yeah, you're not saying that. They give you the platform to interview you, you say. So you have to go beyond just throwing out blanket criticism and be specific. The people who you consider yesterday as no position, in position, in this position, they are not here any longer. You have a government that has prioritized national reconciliation. You have a government that is now exercising zero tolerance stand in fighting corruption. You know these things. But yet, you want to be political about everything. Sometimes you have to be above the fray when you have acquired certain stature in society. You shouldn't be the one throwing political talks. You shouldn't be the one doing that. When Imam Bowie speak, it should be something substantial, of substantive benefit to the country. You can't compare a regime that has taken this country from the dungeon of international isolation to the house parts of positivity. Yesterday we're being sanctioned. Yesterday we're being isolated. Today Liberia sits on the Security Council of the UN, of the UN General Assembly. Yesterday you were here, civil servants cannot be paid for 3-4 months. Today, the government has created an enabling environment to attract new investment while improving on domestic resource mobilization. You were here when people could not go to their homes in the southeast by road. They would either fly to Ivory Coast and pass through Maryland and come back. Today, we are in the heart of the rainy season. All of the roads are accessible. You will not say it to the public because you're political. You will not say how the government has improved on the delivery of basic social services. You're not going to say about it. You're not say how the president has led by example by suspending officials who refuse to declare the asset and directed a salary to support the one child, one share policy in public schools. You may not say that. They are all doomsday prophet for the country. The government is focused on accomplishing every pillar of the arrest agenda for inclusive development. The country has to move beyond his petty and unrealistic criticism. Like I said,
with all restriction, because you see yourself, you official in government, and so you got no boundary. Any issue you can get involved into, any issue you can talk about it. Then they call you, you will not come. But when you hear your knee in something, people talking about how you stole money, that time you ready to come there, it's a lie from the belly of the devil. Then you put people together and say they condemn it in the strongest thing. You use all the adjectives and leave nothing with us. We happy you're doing your work.
And the president said that thing. He's not running a government in the social media. Let them be mindful. This is why platforms are created. Schedule, come. All the institutions, you don't have that time to educate the Liberian people about that.
You want to run the government on your platform, your social media handout, personal handout. Sometimes some of the information before it even get into the public, even get to the communication department or somebody ministry agency, you already finished posting it. What is that? You got a job to do. Concentrate on the job.
Sure.
Let the independent media.
This is about the Liberian people.
And other folks.
And their reactionary issues need to start from government.
No, you know what will happen? In part of it coming up point that certain group of people that when you call to appear because your name, I will tell you no. I will be brave to tell you no. I say no, you're not coming. Okay, my complaint. Anyway, you want to come and complain? I said no. Go for megaphone and walk around in the community and go make a clarity.
Don't come here.
Don't come here. Or go different place.
You're waiting to hear something.
Yeah.
So you're not concerned about coming to give information about the institution, but you're waiting to clarify allegation. You see?
Even sometimes the ministers from the very ministry agency, look, that people do not even know the functions of somebody ministry agency. They don't in school. Look at the number of school institution again that they operating illegally and then asking them to shut down. So that play, you went to have meeting. So the thing in between is deliberate.
Obviously.
No. So now you send the communication director from the Ministry of Labor. Look, tell the people the work of the Ministry of Labor. That even people who are in the employ from the private sector or the public sector, they are faced with some of the problem. How do they channel some of the grievances, illegal dismissal, wrongful dismissal, suspension with all pay, all of these things? When they get to know these things, they know how to channel and carry the complaint. Educate the people. Because you always want to see the people down, that when you do one good, everybody clap for you. So you want them to know the education. Yeah. But for us, we volunteer to provide the free education. Whether we get the money, we get the money. And it will expose some of you. Some of you will chase you from in your office one day when the people get the education like they're supposed to get.
And Ambassador, this is how we're doing. When we do it, we'll write our quotation to them, that they pay.
Yeah.
Because since you have the information.
They censor the same thing.
You're doing it.
Doing the censor. We told weeks here, you and myself.
Sure.
When
people even refusing.
We had to educate to the extent somebody personally called me. He said, my man, it's one of the greatest things I've seen from you and your colleague over there to have taken that to Motoracori voluntarily to have done what you did. I said, yeah. Look at even the national referendum. You saw when you were my side here? Look at the voter education, the way we educated people in this country. Because the political party will not do it, they just want you to go vote. And when you go for, you take the pen, you bowl the person out, then you go to the other place, you correct it. Invalid. They don't provide this education.
You see, invalid vote take more percentage than even some of the candidates who are contesting.
Schools are in Liberia. How do you get assistance from the National Food Authority, National Food Assistance Authority? How do you?
And these institutional heads, they are the best, knowledgeable ones in the country.
Yeah.
But you can be very much surprised of their dealings, they are doing.
The National Disaster Management Agency.
Yeah. Since they mentioned that more than 60,000 persons will be affected by the cost of this rainy season, they have not come to give preventive measures to citizens what to do.
And it will shock you. I will say it. It will shock you. I spoke to Ansu Dole some time ago on the phone. And as a matter of fact, he's my neighbor. You know what he said to me that time? He said, First thing first, I want to tell you, thank you. I've been following you. What you've been doing for the agency, the level of education you've been providing for the agency. But we need to sit down and talk. Since that time, I've never seen that man. Never. But they're waiting for the need to be dragged into something. Yeah. Then he will go lodge my complaint, say, oh, you see what the man doing.
They're waiting when they hear.
And for me this time, I'm not looking for so bad thing from people to put it on.
Ambassador, you were here. I put my hand in. We made a senator.
Yeah.
We can say with all pride and fairness. Up to today's date, that senator sat in the car and said, gentlemen, this is so strange, you're credit me.
The man, he went straight into the Bible.
Yeah.
He told what we will experience. It will be just like I don't.
He said, well, I win. Gentlemen, I will pay you. Gentlemen, we made no people that day.
Can you imagine?
He was telling me
all of fear. He said he had, there was a plan to cheat him. Yeah. He had to send one of our reporters all the way there.
And we were here, giving information into the election there.
And it's something that even quiet down any kind of a fear to have for any means to cheat.
And
because
today,
the way we
and today when we call that senator, the phone will ring.
Yeah.
If he answers, so gentlemen, he said, next week, go to next month, go to next year. You know. And I guess some of the issues we are faced with, and if institutions can take the time to provide education to the citizens will know, they will be knowledgeable of those information about those institutions. Some of the institutions are existing here, the people know or they have just little knowledge about those institutions. Because the leaders of the institutions have that muscle of the courage to come and inform the citizens. It is the citizen right that they get informed the workings of those institutions, that they know that the institution exists. Some of the institutions are doing very good work, but people don't know.
No,
they don't know.
And some of them,
nobody telling them.
Some of the folks don't even know that some of these institutions exist.
Sure.
Yeah, like the land authority. There are folks who don't know how to acquire land.
No.
There are folks who know when there's a dispute as it relates to land, which institution to go to, how to use the procedures.
And that's why you see the heightened conflict into land disputes.
Yeah.
Because the people don't know
what sort of a land, the category of land.
Okay, shortly we'll take our break. Our guests are already in the studio. We'll prepare them for the conversation. We'll take a very short break and usher in the Director General from the National Television Registry. He's here with his team this morning.
Once I put to that holding on to.
Yeah, the holding on.
All of us in the country. Once we are given the opportunity to serve the country, we must see it as a golden opportunity because our country is challenged. Our country is challenged. That is why even the job the president gave us here at the Ministry of Information, we are committed to doing our job. We're not committed, we're not coming every Tuesday and Thursday to see us here to provide real-time information to the public. We're not here forever. But the way we serve here today will speak for us tomorrow. And some of you who want to criticize, you want to be a critic, come out. Because we're dealing with the people who are political, we can deal with them. But when you say you civil society, you won't advocate and this and that, then you'll be political. You can't be golden sheep at the same time. You're a Liberian citizen. Nothing stops you from exercising your political rights. The government will protect your free speech. The government will protect you. As a matter of fact, you see the president taking steps every day. And by the way, we'd like to commend the president for suspending the acting chairperson of the LTE. Every time people talk about corruption, they say, oh, the chairperson of the LTE. Not many people know that what the suspended acting chairperson is committed of doing was committed at the time he was not working with the LTE. As a private company, and according to the audit report, this private company dealt with the LTA and there's lack of accountability, questionable transaction. Because the president does not want his government repetition on fighting corruption to be tainted. So go clear your name. Go and clear your name. In time past, other people put a neck on the line, right? They say, I put my neck on the line. But the president will not put his neck on the line for any corrupt official. Any official who is alleged to have, got involved in corruption, the president will not put his neck on the line for him. The only way we can defeat corruption is by building a positive perception. Because the thing about corruption is that the perception is key. People should not believe that government is just about coming in and enriching yourself. And this is why we expect opinion leaders in society to even condemn the government. The government is not simply supinely doing things to, nurture the culture of impunity. You see people now who are accused of committing acts of corruption, they go to court, go to the LCC. The LCC is just the other day she was here. I said the executive chairperson of the LCC, she was here, informing you that they have concluded investigation on 4 cases. And they are now going to the court for indictment. LCC in Tampa was a sleeping giant. Because we know what happened to the anti-graft institution under the past government. The government has given them the free hand. Go ahead and do your work. You can even audit the EPS, you audit the NSA, you audit who you want to audit. No auditor will die in this country.
To be uniquely identified, and that number should be prerequisite of obtaining any service within the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
When President Sali took over, along with this current president, His Excellency Joseph Yima Bwaka Sr., realizing the need for the enforcement of this unique identity process, the national legislature enacted a law creating the National Identification Registry, this repealing the decree number 65, giving the sole authority to the registry to uniquely register and identify all citizens of this country, including foreign residents, and gave them a unique number that is verifiable and traceable. And I will just read one portion of the authority given to the registry. It said it was designed, produced, and issued biometric cards, each with a unique identifying number to be called a social security number, to be the government primary approved identity number. Primary, you can make a research for that. For the registration of birth, death, passport, immigrant documents, bank account, driver's license, social security benefit, and other identification documents supported by adequate and appropriate security officials to address the challenges of possible fraudulent duplications. There are several functions of the registry. This is the major one I want to be with for this show.
Okay.
So, we are responsible before you obtain any document, any service document, any privilege document. You must go at the National Identification Registry to be uniquely identified and assign a number with you that is verifiable and authentic, and issue APR, meaning Application Programming Interface, to all government agencies, so that information that you will provide to those agencies are readable. on the e-verification portal. So that is the major functions of the registry. Since 2017, with Her Excellency Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president of this country, His Excellency Joseph Yima Boaka, senior current president of this country, who was then the vice president on Madam Sirleaf, launched the formation of the registry in 2017, and they were the first to take their ID card. Over 700,000 Liberians who decided to live in line with the law and proceeding govern the registry enrolled at the registry, and they were uniquely identified.
At that time?
At that time, and currently, there are some coming.
Okay. Well, right now, MT, is the National Identification Registry, is it in shambles? Is it in chaotic situations? With this, I'm asking this question comes to the recent directive of our government. The registry has been in existence, have been moving up. But then what prompted the government decision? What is happening in the registry currently? What are some of those challenges? Because you get overwhelmed.
Well, let me say this to you, and I want to disagree with you on the choice of word, chaos. That's like with the national identification.
It's not in a chaotic situation.
It's not. What happened, which I would like the public to know.
Okay.
The executive order was consistent with the act creating the registry, reminding Liberians and legislators who passed this act that there is existing law that all citizens must enroll at the National Identification Registry.
Sure.
That was a reminder the president did.
Okay.
Not just an executive order without a reference document. So the act of the registry is the reference document. What did it say? Before you obtain passport, birth certificate, any other documents, you must firstly be uniquely identified and be who you claim you are. So there's a reminder.
Whether a citizen or an alien.
I'm coming.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the situation that people want to explore.
Yeah.
This is executive order give clear mandate to institutions to implement. The registry taking the lead. When this executive order came about, banking institutions who have been victims of these situations, people not being uniquely identified, saw this as an opportunity to put a system in place that will help them, so that people coming to benefit from their facility will be able to present the unique number and verify on their KYC, meaning knowing your customer, using the e-verification platform of the National Identification Registry to know actually whether or not that person who are presented or who have issued a check actually exists and they own this account.
Sure.
Came up with a regulations, because the executive order also states that all sectors must come up with a regulation as to how they will enforce this executive order. It's in the executive order. As that you read that.
Okay.
So the banking sector issue their regulations. The telecommunications sector issue their regulations. Other sectors. So we as lead sector to implement this executive order have to reach out to the banking sector. That there are two decisions we have to make. The complying term and the enforcement term. Now what you have set up is the enforcement term. We have to inform the public of the compliant time, giving a timeline that from this time to this time you have to comply. Upon your failure, then the enforcement comes in. But in the regulations of the banking sector, at the commercial bank, they issue June 1st as an enforcement date instead of compliant date. So we met the central bank governor, we have a conversation. You control all the banking sectors. We as regulatory body that issue a official enforcement date, though the executive order takes effect, but as institutions that are responsible for the enforcement, we have to issue a regulations determining of compliance and the date of for enforcement. So the central bank governor saw reason that August 31st, from now to August 31st, will be the compliant time. So beyond August 31st will be the enforcement time. But that time, all other hands will be on deck to look at all of the situations and make a clear determination as to how we implement this process. This is why you saw the government issuing that time as an enforcement time, but it's still under discussion.
Okay.
So when the central bank issued the regulations at the various banking institutions, it was brought to our knowledge that they were not implementing it. So the central bank, along with the National Identification Registry, have to issue an official position as to how we're going to implement this executive order. This is what happened.
And I'm concerned with the concern of the public.
Yeah.
This entire process has been halted by the government. With all what you talk about, the enforcement time, the compliance time, with the issue of extended date, or the Roman period process ran to 76 days and all that, I'm concerned about the suspending of the process now. Why and how?
Yeah, because I think if you read the press release, you saw the central bank in consultation with the National Identification Registry, right? There are several factors that stakeholders in the identity sectors are taking into consideration. This determination was made for us to be able to make some adjustment. Look at some of the concerns that citizens are raising.
And what are some of those concerns?
One of those concerns are, they said that, look, the card is not biometric. That's one of the issues that was raised.
Okay.
The card can peel if you have it. Now, it's good to educate the public what actually is a biometric. This system was built on Her Excellency Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and this current president, at a cost of $5.9 million United States dollars, government money. The government at the time reached a decision, the type of cards to issue on the basis of financial implication. You got Polo Carbonate, which is a high-grade card with chip. The cost on the market is huge. You got the PET, the second grade card, which is also huge. You got a PVC, which is labor reasonable.
Is it the one we're using?
So the government decided to use the PET to cut down costs, because the government position is you cannot sell this car at its value of production. So meaning what you spend on the car, if you do your financial analysis, the car will be more. But the government will keep it at $5 because the government will make some contribution to the registry through the national budget. So keep it at that level. So whether or not the production cost is high, let the price be $5. But
my question is it what we are using now? With some of the concerns that they can peel, the security code is not working? These are some of the concerns.
Now let me. I will deal with the security code. How it works.
Okay.
These are some of the, and I've asked my public relations department to be able to educate the public, let them understand how the system works.
And we started doing it for you people already.
Sure.
You people are indebted to us.
That one we'll discuss that one.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so to keep the price at that level, we use the PET and the PVC approved by the government. And that's something that we started yesterday.
Okay.
I saw some of the posts making comparison analysis between the Ghanaian card and that of
the
Nigerian, American passport, China passport, but failing to realize the implication of cost. The implication of cost. Ghana had a private-public partnership with Margin, a private company. Margin spent over $150 million United States to settle the infrastructure of Ghana and produce the card with the understanding that they will have their investment on return using the e-verification platform. Meaning every entity that would benefit from e-verification platform have to make a little contribution remitted to the registry. How did not go that way? The government issued a card just for verification. So the cost is huge, and the government at the time could not afford to sell or to provide national identification card to each citizen at a cost of 10, 12, or 15 United States dollars. You know why? Because it is your right as a citizen to obtain your national identification card that will confirm your citizen status that yes, you are John Peter Brown, you exist in Liberia, you've been verified, enrolled at the National Identification Registry, and you've been issued a specific number. And what will you do with that number? So then you went to the passport department, you request for a passport. They don't have to interview you. They will take your national identification number because that's the first information you have provided to enroll in the government sector. So they will take that card, using the KYC, verify the card, and know exactly the information you have provided to the registry is true, and then they will do your further biometric if necessary, or keep on the biometric from the registry and issue a passport. So for example, you went to the driver, you want a Ministry of Transport, you want a driver license. They will ask you, can you please introduce yourself by presenting your national card? You will present your national card. They will take that information from your national card and put it on your driver license. At the end result, all the services that you are entitled to benefit from will have your national identification card. Now somebody asks, why should I take my national identification card to the telecommunication or the GSM? Yes, they are providing service. And they need to know your unique identification number that is being given to you by the registry. So they will upgrade your SIM card, removing the earlier identity that you have used to process that card and putting your national identification card there. So assuming, without admitting, that there are issues of investigation, you are traced by your number. All the sectors, including the private sector, they will trace you by your number. In America, that's work. This is why people do not give their social security number easily to people. Anybody can use it and enter your banking sector.
Okay, MD, this concern that we are addressing, before we go to the security code, is this PET card related to the issue of duration? Because when you, like the communication officer last time said, when you get your card the first time, you are given a limited period. And folks are asking, why is it that my national identification or my citizenship expired? Then he said the next time, renewal, extend your time. Is this based upon the durability of the PET card?
No, it's
or the card we are using currently?
It's not. You know, this is purely technical and have a serious security implication.
Okay. Okay.
So let me just educate you on that question you just asked.
Mm-hmm.
When you enter the system fresh, they will have to do your biometric, take your picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 3 years, you have to come back. It's not that your citizenship start to expire.
Okay.
Your current structure will have depleted to a point because every human being have to grow.
Okay.
So by the time you took the card, for the first time in 3 years, your physical structure will have changed.
Okay.
You have a problem. So you have to go back to the registry to upgrade and take a new photo.
Okay.
From the second time, it takes you 7 years. You and I know that you, after 7 years, your structure, your physical outlook will change.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with your number. You still maintain the same number. But we want to upgrade you in a matter. They will actually know that you are the person involved.
I'd like to ask you this question because it's been a concern for a lot of folks.
Yes.
Currently, how many active centers do we have across the country, and the duration in acquiring the cards? Because they are concerned for some other folks. Initially, we hear 3 days. Some folks have said they have gone, or 3 weeks, 2 weeks. You know, what are some of the challenges there?
For Mosorado County, it's 3 days, no matter where your locations are. We print and issue the card. We have dispatcher that will move at the centers to deliver the card. We have 15 centers in Mosorado County. We just opened another center at the Chambers of Commerce. I think you may have followed that because we're in the news.
Yes.
We have EMI to have up to 130 centers in Mosorado County, in rural Mosorado County and urban Mosorado County.
Okay.
Because of the mass enrollment, we have acquired from the National Elections Commission in the government agency and agency collaboration. They have agreed to give us 1,000 biometric kits in addition to what we have had earlier. Currently at the Elections Commission, they are decommissioning the 500 biometric kits. And we are hoping by this week we'll sign the memorandum of understanding as to how we can work together, exchanging data and technical staff. That process is in place. So in terms of the centers,
active center.
We have 15 active centers in Mosorado County.
What's about outside Mosorado?
Including the national office.
Outside
Mosorado. In Nima we got 2. In Lopa we got 2. The rest of the counties at the county service center, we have one centers.
Apart from
one center, yes.
But I'm concerned about the issue you just spoke about. Nima County is the second most populated county after Mosorado. Actually, based on the popularity or the population in Mosorado, that's why you have the Noah centers.
Yeah.
Don't you think that could similarly apply to Nima as well?
We have
such amount to have only 2 centers.
We have sent out enrollment directors in Nima in all of the counties based upon the availability of kits. A smartphone that we have had to open centers in Nima 75, we are EMI that.
Okay.
In Lofa 100, in Basa 100, the bigger counties, and then the smaller county we have between 50 to 30. The county like Grand Cru will have to make a determination to either send maybe 20 or 25 precinct center with mobile teams. We have also planned to have up to 200 mobile teams using motorcycles to buttress the effort of those things. In other of the counties, most of our counties, besides the number of centers we are opening, we are also opening 20 enrollment teams to be in most of our counties. Some of the difficulties that we are having for which people are complaining. Somebody was saying, look, the Elections Commission registration, yes. But that registration, you are not moving with immigration to verify. All our enrollment centers without immigration officer. So if you come in and say that I am a Liberian, I want to enroll, you have to provide the necessary document that you will convince the immigration officer and the NIR staff that you are actually a Liberian and you are who you claim you are. On the basis of those verification, they will have to take your data and process it. If you came in as a foreigner, claiming you come from Ecuador region, you have to convince the immigration officer and the NIR enrollment officer that yes, indeed, you are actually a Ghanaian.
And DG, there's this other concern again, as it relates to, you pay $5 for the card, and to go to renew, you pay another $5. And two, are there the cost? Are there different in the resident registration or the resident card for foreigners and that of Liberians? Are the fees all the same? People want to know, or are they varied?
No, currently, and Liberia fee for foreign residents very low, because it's based upon the past board decision. As compared to other countries, when I went to Ghana,
what's the fee for foreign residents?
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
I just want to lay the basic that you know. What has introduced the biometric system for foreigner to enter the system is $160 US. You have to do that. Liberia is $5. You ask why? If I enter in 3 years' time, if I'm going for renewal, what should I pay? Service will be provided. A new picture will be taken. You have to, if you have some, it is starting money from any of our citizens, other than the $5. And you know what we did? When we got at the registry, people were collecting money.
Okay.
And I told them, I can preside over this. We are using Cellcom and Loonstar, so that if you went at the register, you just send your $5 in the number.
Okay, so always money and mobile money.
Oh yeah, so you don't have to talk to anybody to pay. Okay. The only thing you need to do is that take your message there, print your message up. I just sent $5 to your system for my card. If somebody said because you sent the $5, give me $100, take the person particular and send it at the headquarters. That person will be automatically dismissed.
Okay, before we go home, we'll have to read some of the numbers.
Yeah,
one of the executive directors of the Partner for Development, Democratic Development, Eddie Jawolo, he raised a concern that the barcode on the card is not working. You said I was talking about later on. I want to talk about this. The security code, is it working? Is there any problem with it?
I like the concern, and I would like to provide this information.
Okay.
Not just for Eddie, but for the entire population.
Okay.
You know that there is a law on data protection. The barcode at the back of that card cannot be read by any unauthorized reader. It cannot.
Okay.
Before then, it used to be, but it created a serious problem on data protection. Assuming that the app on my card that I know, you know, can read the information from there, you lost your wallet. Somebody got hold of your wallet and took out your card and read your entire information. The next day, your information are in the public, meaning the registry is not protecting your data. Because by law, before you get anyone's data from that registry, you have to go to court. Okay. And it will be on the basis of court order that we will release that data. So technology is advancing. This is why we introduced the e-verification platform and the KYC and the application programming interface.
Okay.
So that when you, like QFN, have all your employees enrolled at the system, you as the head of QFN will come to the registry and sign for a commitment form that I only want to be verifying my employee activities, their salary, their timing, their biometric. So I want you to authorize me to be one of the authorized reader. You will sign that document, that commitment document, and that document is filed in our system. The day any of your employees' information is in the public,
you are responsible.
We hold you liable for that, and you can be prosecuted for that.
Okay, just before we go to the line, let me just ask that. Ambassador, management agree that we extend this because of the nature of the information. So we extend this program.
So we add
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Even if they are 20 minutes, I'm prepared.
Well, it will be on you. You will pay for it.
But this is it. Before we go to the line, yeah, we know people want to enter.
Yeah.
Are there age limit in the beginning of obtaining the cards, the identification? Are there limits on as it relates to the beginning of obtaining the national identification card?
Before I took over, it was from 6.
6 more, 6 years.
6 years. Okay. Before I took over.
Is this still happening?
Listen, based upon the assessment, a steady tour we went on. Identification start from birth.
Okay.
So we initiated that program. It is working successfully.
Okay.
And sponsored by UNICEF. Currently, we are enrolling 5,000 babies free of charge, supported by UNICEF. Upon the completion of this process, because of limited resources, we are still negotiating with UNICEF to at least extend it to maybe 100,000 babies. Currently, we have a center at the Cali Hospital.
Okay.
We intend to deploy at all of the government hospitals and private hospitals to be able to uniquely identify newborn babies. So currently, it's not restricted in age. We want to, some of the problems we are having, especially on medical side, you find out that a lot of people go to hospital, they are giving medicine, they come and say, look, the hospital is not good, they're not treating me well. Some of the people go to the hospital and overdose themselves. It's an age problem. Okay. When you remove 5 years between your age, apparently for an opportunity that you want to benefit from, medically it affects you. This is why we're starting from birth.
Okay.
So that your actual age, if the doctor were prescribing, this is why now the doctor are treating weight. Because of people presenting not their real ages. So you find out somebody say, they overdosed this man. They gave this medicine that you are not taking. But do you realize that 5 years ago you changed your age? You reduced your age from 30 to 20?
Okay. DG, before we go to the lines,
there are a lot of things that are involved.
Before we go to the lines, how many persons, because from the last census of this country, we are around 5.2 million.
Yeah.
Since the establishment of this and our institution by legislation, how many persons have been registered?
We have up to a little over 800,000.
Why? You've been using it a long time.
Because this is a situation we are having, and that's the situation I have with one of the representatives. And she was trying to politicize this thing. I told her this is a day-to-day issue. It does not deserve politics.
Okay.
If you enacted a law in 2011, when last you went back to your people in the district to motivate them and explain to them the laws that you are enacted, that before you acquire any service in the country, we have enacted a law that you must firstly be identified. When last, this thing is appearing in the public space, it'll say the register was established yesterday.
Okay, let's go to the line.
I'm coming. Okay, let me land. It'll say the register was created by the executive order. Now I indicated to them, which I'm prepared and my team, my media team, will explain to the public. If you think that the executive is enforcing a bad law, you enacted it. How then will you say you have a law in 2011 published by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on August 8th, which states that before you acquire any document, you must be enrolled. The 800 plus Liberians, law-abiding Liberians who decided to enroll at the MA, what will you think on their decision? So we call on the legislature during the legislative break as we are prepared to launch the March enrollment exercises. Go and educate your people. Take the act to the people.
Okay. Let's go to the lines. The public want to interact with you.
Okay, so we have of us.
And before we go, the numbers to contact and
the public relations officer.
The Director General of the National Identification Registrar is here. Andrew Peters is here with us this morning. So let's talk to our first caller on the line. Please be precise and to the point quickly. Not much time. You're live.
Thank you, Mr. Ba and Wiki, and also the student guest. My name is Patrick Bella. I want to speak to you from Painesville. I want to ask your student guest a question.
Quickly.
Thank you. There is a question. Sir, I noticed that whenever you go to the National Registry, where you have also done your ID card previously, when it expired, you go back, they allow you to go through the same whole process you did from the onset. Why is this happening when you already have your image there with your information?
Thank you. I think he answered that earlier on in your explanation. Good morning. Yes, let's do it quickly. Leave all that part and go to the point. We don't have much time.
Yeah, when you don't work with people who we go there, we try to tell them the right, we tell them they don't understand anything. You pay for it, you see one person more than that. But who wants go away, we tell them. We get to about that.
But you go to the public, go get the instruction. I thought you go take instruction and provide information.
Now, what happens when you go there? You try to require, what is this? Not to say 10 out of when they put 10 out, people know, but that's 5 out.
Okay, he will answer what the gap expedited fee as it relates to acquiring the ID card. Good morning.
Good morning. Willie Bros and the student guest, how you doing?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm simple for the other day, I listened very well to the MD saying that it does a transaction to mobile money. There's a guy in Florida called Jackson Bo. He met my wife, and even delayed her trip. He met my wife to pay for $10 for him. Gave her 3 days. She abided by all the rules and regulations. Hello.
Go ahead.
Upon return at the registry at Powhatan branch, that guy demanding the woman again for additional money with every threat and noise insult that were waiting. So she quickly turned the phone on while he was on the recording. So it was the time I was Andrew Peters. So I quickly went to the website, the email to know who is actually controlling that. So why he's saying, please let him all go back and ask for that, he started me, Jackson Mo, that what he did at that time, it is far different from what he's saying in the studio today.
Thank you. Let's talk to this caller. Okay, let's go back to the chief. You listen to the concern. One of reportedly, whatever you got that person in your employ, I'll show you do your investigation. You live.
Well,
yeah, quickly.
Go to the point quickly.
Yeah, are you speaking about filing incomplete if you corruption? Are your officials identified on your vest or jacket or whatever you put that? But it's individual manner. That way they address that.
Okay. Thank you. All right, let's go back to him who will address it and have his parting comment as well.
Well, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will ask the HR this morning, once I get to the office, to give me this name, whether this person in our employ.
Okay.
The second is whether our employees are identified with jacket. Yes, we have jacket and our officer. You know that there are some of the people sometimes capitalize on the situation to exploit. Like what happened in Basel the other day, somebody came at an administrative building and then said that they have a contact with the enrollment officer, according to the investigation report. And they extracted money from that person with the sole intent of entering our system. And he was denied. And we're trying to ask the person to actually give the person interaction with. They could not identify that person. So it's possible that somebody stand by people who tell people, look, I have contact, I can process your paper. But anyone in my system, once they are caught in the adjusting mode, if it is true that while you're talking, it is true, adjusting mode will say goodbye to the registry.
And another person asked, they were concerned about the issue, what are there extra fees that you think you can give to speed up the process to acquire your card?
Absolutely not. We are not receiving dime. Besides our father, this is why you put it on the mobile. If we want additional money, we'll tell you add on it. But we are saying just pay single $5 a government approved price. Now, what we are doing now in the process of this suspension, we will be launching the application online. That system is already being built by a Liberian contractor. Will soon be launching it, and we'll be taking the system out of the country as it's being done by other countries. Ghana have that out of the embassy in foreign country. We are having conversation with the director of passport. We had the first conversation. I intend to sit with the Minister of Foreign Affairs so that they will be able to succumb, because we don't have the resources to employ people and send them in those embassies.
Okay. It's a board regular meeting. It's a board regular meeting and function as well, because I hear most of the time you will take matters to the board to final decisions and all that.
They both have a statutory meeting time.
Okay.
In 30 seconds, can you just close up?
Well, so thank you very much. And what I want to say, and which is very much important, the NIR system is purely biometric. Okay. There's nowhere, technically, for a system that is built for biometric will be able to issue a non-biometric card. The issue we are having is the texture of the card. So the board is reviewing as to whether or not we should issue smart card. But do not fail to realize a smart card is not biometric. It's a system that provides the information in that card. So for verification, it's a system that will verify. So, okay. Yeah, so we want to make this clear because there's a lot of confusion. People say, oh, the card NIR is put on the public, it's not biometric. It's purely biometric.
There are more good information.
It's only the
and we hope that you can come back here.
We hope we can do it much better. Like you said, you will empower your media team to provide the necessary education of the talking to you.
I've decided to sit in my office because this job is purely technical, and not to move from radio station to radio station. But I'm constrained when misinformation, dissemination of wrong information is being put in the public by individuals who want to politicize the sector. I'm compelled to come and respond to that.
It was good talking to you, and thank you for sharing breakfast with us. And we will be in touch with your media team. We're all going to work together.
We'll come to talk more about this.
And we're having a media day. I'll be able to meet with all of the media institutions in this country. We're going to have that sitting in at the register and see how we move. See how we move to advance the national agenda of our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, so folks, that's it. That's how we conclude what we've been having with us this morning. The Director General of the National Identification Registry, Mr. Andrew Peter, who's been here providing some information to the public. Thank you. I'm Wiki Brooks.
And I'm Nathaniel Farr.
And thanks to the media team there behind the camera this morning. T. Nicholas Barclay, as well as Andrew Gamo. Have a wonderful day.
Sometimes with regulatory requirements such as payment of stipulated annual education service fees and willful additional programs without authorization from the National Commission on Higher Education, which is a violation of the NCHC policy. Weeding out bogus and substandard institutions from the higher education system and ensuring compliance to standards by accredited institutions in Liberia, the National Commission on Higher Education Quality Assurance Assessment of Higher Education Institutions findings point to the need for vigorous action to transform the higher education sector in line with the arrest agenda of our government. In view of this, the exercise placed the institutions in 4 distinct categories, including A, accredited or chartered institutions with challenges. B, accredited or licensed institutions with challenges. C, institutions to be suspended. And D, institutions to be shut down completely. Today, we are here to present the findings of the exercise. Report of the NCHC's Quality Assurance Assessment of Higher Education